Okay, so this week's loss was a tough pill to swallow. Mostly because I lost to my brother-in-law, and you know how we all hate losing the family. I mean, but it was especially tough because he predicted the exact way that he would kick my ass this week. I mean, no bullshit. Take a look at this.
Eric Decker, he will have 22 points on the day. He's going to be huge versus Indianapolis at Indy on Sunday. Bolden, I expect average numbers, 15 points. Victor Cruz is going to explode. And you heard it from me first, 30 points. Julius Thomas, Denver at Indianapolis. You can expect a very sound and solid performance, 17 points. Blackman, who is questionable, playing San Diego. I think he's going to run the seam effectively. You can expect a very solid 17 points from Blackman. That, folks, is my prediction. I predict that Muscle Hamsters versus Testosterone Ponies, the final score would be the Muscle Hamsters 176, the Ponies 152. You heard it from me first. Tune in next week.
What? A Colts fan got back to a 500 record this week by beating up Where's the Beefers, who now drops to a 2-5 record. I mean, so at this point, it's safe to say that his dreams of becoming a league champion have pretty much fallen off the table.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
But you know who else is falling off? The philanthropist. You remember how he started out talking all that mess and taking the league by storm and the Kapuya and all that mess? Well, he's now 4-3 after dropping his second straight, and so he's in the middle of the pack with the rest of us. But most of that is due to his dumb decision making when it comes to setting his lineup. For instance, this week he decided to start the Denver Broncos defense when you knew full well that the Indianapolis Colts were going to come out guns blazing trying to take down Peyton Manning. That's in fact what happened, and he ended up losing his matchup by a small margin. But when you make obvious errors like that, I mean, they really look stupid in hindsight.
And 450.
In?
No end.
Okay, so there's a few things in life that we know as fact. The sky is blue, water is wet, and the Chupacabras will lose. And that's exactly what happened again this week when he lost to the Amen Aztec Warriors, who came out in full force trying to take down the Chupacabras. And I'm not sure why. I mean, it's the Chupacabras. You know it doesn't take much, and he's real sensitive. So take it easy on him next time.
Hey, yeah, let's have it.
Okay, so the next matchup has one of the lowest scoring totals that you'll ever see in a league. And it's the matchup between blunt testicular trauma and the... Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. It's not much I can do about it. It's starting to happen at random times now. And it's a family-wide issue, this alter ego thing. So what was I talking about? Oh, the matchup between Blunt Testicular Trauma and Jaybirds in their low scoring affair, which is totally ridiculous because it's like neither one of them actually wanted to get the win. It's kind of like two dudes battling in the ring, and neither one of them are any good. Now, the surprise team in the league for me this year is Token Minority, who got yet another victory this week as he beat Swift Kick in the Grass. So that brings him to a 4-3 record, which is a fairly decent record for a guy who's never been in fantasy football before. So I'm proud of you, Jay. I mean, the only area where you need to step up is your shit talking. Like, you don't do any shit talking before matches, and even after you win, you don't really do any shit talking. So what I've done is I went out and I found a designated shit talker for you. Take a look at him.
And you got a fucking Mercedes Benz, and you ain't gotta walk every day, so you gonna get out and strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass. When you start walking, my friend, and you get 10 and 15 miles on the highway, you won't be strutting that ass. You'll be half dead by the time you get there. So it's a chauvinistic pig attitude that Clinton's got. Strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass, strut that ass. And when you walk about 15 or 20 miles, you won't be strutting that ass. You'll be so fucking tired, you won't be hard to hold that ass up. You won't be strutting that ass, strutting that ass.
Does that work for you? Okay, so that's a wrap for week 7. The top point scorer in week 6 was the Muscle Hamster. And it just so happens that he's the top point scorer again here in week 7. So congratulations to him.